Opening a small Forex account is 100% difficult. And I want to show you guys how to avoid these same mistakes that a lot of beginner traders make. Obviously, a lot of you are probably trading with a couple $100, and that's completely fine. So what I want to show you is how you're able to grow your small account using these very simple steps. And this was something that I used when I first started trading with the small account, and it works like a charm. So what I'm going to do is show you guys exactly how this step-by-step formula works. And if you guys find value from this video, hit that like button, drop a comment for future topics that you would like to maybe hear, and I will see you guys at my laptop in just a second.
Yo, what's going on, traders? So in this video, I know I discussed that we're going to be going over how to make quick profits on a small account, and that's exactly what we're going to go over. So really what I want you guys to do, first off, if you're more on the new side of being a trader, maybe you're an intermediate trader, or maybe you have been trading for like a year or two now, but if I were you, I would really focus on 1 to 2 currency pairs only. And the reason as to why I say to do this is so you just focus on those 1 to 2 currency pairs. You're not all over the place trying to trade the whole market. It's absolutely pointless to be doing that. So that's the first thing that I would do if I were you guys, is figure out like what 1 currency pair, 2 currency pairs you're going to trade. With me, I only trade NAS 100. Like NAS 100 is what I prefer to trade. Okay, the next thing that you need to do is you need to determine when you're going to be trading. What times work for you to trade within your daily schedule? Because with me, I don't like staying up late at night. And with me, I'm in California, so the London session is at like 11 p.m. all the way to 5 a.m. I'm not going to stay up between those times. Like, I need to get my sleep. I'm a beauty sleeper. I love to get sleep. So with me, I'm waking up now at 6 a.m. in the mornings for the New York session, and at 6:30 a.m. is when all the indices open up, like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones. So that's with me. That's what I prefer. That's what works in my schedule. That's when I see the movement. Now, the reason as to why I tell you guys is to find a session to trade is because that's when there's actually real movement in the market. There's really a lot of things telling you it's going to be a long, it's going to be a short. Like earlier today, I was looking at the NASDAQ right here. We have the shooting star candle. I would have sold right after that. Tanked, okay? Then we have all these dojis right here. I would have bought right in between that zone, had my stops right below here. My take profit either right here or right around here. A previous support that later became resistance. And then even right here, we had a sign that we could see longs too on this 5-minute candle that closes a doji. So I'm telling you guys, when you're using this strategy, you want to be using really small time frames, because on smaller time frames, it's easier to find our points of support and resistance, and they're much smaller. Okay, so if let's say we're going short right here on the NASDAQ, and we actually already have a horizontal line put up, so I'm going to just put a horizontal line as we're out at my TP. Okay, let's make this a little bit thinner. One more. Perfect. So if we were to enter from, and I'm going to go over proper risk in a second with indices and Forex pairs so you know the difference, but from here to here, it's 356 pips. That is a good amount of pips, guys, right there. So we would have our stop loss right there for 356 pips, but our take profit all the way from there to there, 1,100 pips. 1,100 pips would have been on the line of profit. So before we dive in even more, I just want you guys to kind of take a screenshot of this so you know how to use proper risk. But this is overall the cheat code right here. So when we're risking, when we have a tighter stop loss, that means that we can risk more. So you guys can read this. So here's the cheat code. You can use bigger lot sizes if you have a smaller stop loss. Let's say we have $1,000 in our trading account and we are risking 10% of our capital. Obviously, everyone risks a different amount of their capital. We have a stop loss of 20 pips. Usually we'd have a 10-cent lot size, but 10% of $1,000 using a 10-cent lot means we'd have to go up negative 100 pips to hit $100 in losses. We can use a 50-cent lot size and risk 20 pips to equal $100, 10%. You can use a bigger lot size if you have a smaller stop loss. So that's what I'm telling you, that a lot of you with this small trading account right now, you could be dropping way bigger lot sizes, but you need to keep into consideration that you're going to have a smaller stop loss. So that's why I intend to tell you guys, or that's why I'm telling you guys, that using smaller time frames like minute 5 to minute 15, the points of support and resistance where you're going to find your take profit and stop loss are much smaller than looking at like the hour 1, hour 4, and the day 1. Okay, so this is how we're actually going to be able to build this is how you're actually going to be able to build your small accounts to a much bigger account size. Now, another thing that I would be focused on is I would be very strategic and very, very strict with the amount of times that you're trading in a day. So obviously you can determine what currency pairs you're trading one. You're going to determine what times you're going to be trading, what sessions you're going to be trading. And the last thing is I would not be taking more than 3 trades a day. You guys heard me right. No more than 3 trades. It's like the 3-strike rule. 3 strikes and you're out. Same thing applies here. You guys don't want to be over trading, over leveraging your account. That's just how you're going to make unnecessary losses. And once you take unnecessary losses, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I took this loss. I need to make that back right now. And you're going to revenge trade. You're going to lose even more money. So you need to be very strategic with the amount of trades that you're taking. Know that if you take one too many losses, like just cut your losses, move on, go into the next day, look for a better setup. But there's setups literally every single day in the market. Like right here, this might set up for a good long. Right here, we had a good opportunity for good longs, good opportunity for good shorts, even a good opportunity right here for good shorts too as well. So all these moves are happening right now during the New York session. That's when the market is moving a lot for USD currency pairs like the NASDAQ, US 30, S&P 500, AUD USD, NZD USD, Euro USD, USD CAD, USD SHEP, USD JPY. Most all currency pairs with USD in it are moving more during the New York session versus the London session. So a lot of other currency pairs like GBP JPY, Euro AUD, GBP NZD, GBP AUD, those currency pairs are moving more during the London session. So kind of keep that into consideration for where you're living right now. Maybe some of you are in London, some of you are in New York, California, wherever you are. Just kind of correlate the time zone to where you're at with the currency pairs that you're trading, and it will kind of help you out a lot. So there's really not too much I want to go over with you guys. It's just really applying this strategy now, looking for the right setups. Once you see that right setup, you want to execute on it and really just be very, very, trying to think of the word, very picky. You want to be very picky on the trades you're going into, because I know that I'm an excellent trader. I know for a fact I'm an amazing trader, but sometimes I'll take dumb setups and I'm just like looking at the markets and I'll kind of force the trade. Even yesterday I did that. I forced a trade on these 2 trades. I was like, why am I trading? Like, I told myself I'm not going to trade for the rest of the week. Luckily, I didn't take too big of a loss. I took like a $600 loss. So I was like, you know what, like, it's completely fine. I'm not going to let it get to me. I know that at the end of the day, I'm a really good trader. It's just I need to work on my discipline just a little bit more. So it's really the discipline factor that's going to play a huge part. A lot of you already have watched my older videos, like on how to read the markets, looking at certain candles, whether they're going to tell you it's going to go up, it's going to go down. That's what I look at a lot of the time. Just like right here, I circled this move and then it dropped after that. Retrace back to resistance, dropped after that. Huge drop. Like, we had an 1100 pip drop on this trade right here. Okay? So I want you guys to take this information. If you guys feel like you didn't understand it quite too much right off the bat, it's fine. You can rewatch it. This is a very informative video and it will help you guys out a ton. But I appreciate you all. I hope that you can subscribe to my channel. You can like this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.